From the digital payment revolution to the frontiers of space, one name consistently appears at the forefront of innovation: Elon Musk. Is he a modern-day Edison, a visionary pushing humanity forward, or just a really ambitious entrepreneur? Today we're diving deep into the mind of the man who wants to change our world, and maybe even the next one. It all started not with rockets or electric cars, but with a simple idea: making online payments easier. Back in 1999, Musk co-founded XCOM, an online financial services company. This eventually merged with another company to become PayPal. When eBay bought PayPal for a staggering $1.5 billion, Musk walked away with a cool $180 million. For most people, that would be the end goal: financial freedom, early retirement on a private island. But for Musk, it was just the beginning. It was the seed money for ambitions that were, quite literally, out of this world. With his newfound fortune, Musk didn't buy a fleet of supercars or a collection of mansions. Instead, he poured nearly all of it into two wildly audacious ventures: SpaceX and Tesla. This was a move that baffled many. He was betting everything on two industries notorious for bankrupting even the most established companies: aerospace and automotive. His friends thought he was crazy, but Musk saw something others didn't. He saw a future that was not guaranteed, a future that needed to be actively built. Let's talk about SpaceX. Musk's goal wasn't just to build rockets, it was to make humanity a multi-planetary species. Why? He often talks about it as a form of life insurance for our species. An asteroid impact, a supervolcano, a man-made catastrophe. Any of these could spell the end for us on Earth. By establishing a self-sustaining colony on Mars, we create a backup. It sounds like science fiction, but Musk approached it like an engineering problem. The biggest obstacle? Cost. Getting anything to space was astronomically expensive. So, SpaceX's first major innovation was reusability. Before Musk, rockets were used once and then discarded, like throwing away an airplane after a single flight. Imagine how expensive air travel would be if that were the case. SpaceX pioneered the technology to land and reuse the first stage boosters of their Falcon 9 rockets. Watching those boosters descend from the edge of space and land perfectly upright on a drone ship in the middle of the ocean is still one of the most incredible sights in modern engineering. This single breakthrough drastically cut the cost of access to space, opening up new possibilities for science, communication, and yes, eventually, interplanetary travel. They went from near bankruptcy, with 3 failed launches, to becoming the dominant player in the global launch market, even flying NASA astronauts to the International Space Station, the first private company ever to do so. While he was reaching for the stars, Musk was also trying to revolutionize how we move on the ground. When he invested in Tesla in 2004, electric cars were little more than glorified golf carts, slow with limited range, and frankly, uncool. The prevailing wisdom was that they could never compete with the performance and convenience of gasoline-powered cars. Musk's vision for Tesla was the complete opposite. He didn't want to build just an electric car. He wanted to build the best car, period. Tesla's strategy started at the high end with the Roadster, a lightning-fast sports car that proved electric vehicles could be exhilarating. This generated the buzz and the capital to develop the Model S, a luxury sedan that won countless awards and reset expectations for what an EV could be. Its long range, over-the-air software updates, and the ludicrous mode acceleration made it a true status symbol. This top-down approach allowed them to fund the development of the more affordable Model 3 and Model Y, bringing electric vehicles to the mass market. Tesla's success forced the entire automotive industry to accelerate its own EV plans. Whether you love them or hate them, you can't deny that Tesla single-handedly kick-started the electric revolution we're seeing today. Musk's goal here isn't just to sell cars. It's to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. That's why Tesla also invests heavily in solar power and battery storage with products like the solar roof and the Powerwall. It's about creating a complete ecosystem for clean energy. But Musk's ambitions don't stop there. He seems to have a unique talent for identifying potential future bottlenecks for humanity and starting a company to solve them. Worried about soul-crushing traffic in big cities, He starts the Boring Company, which aims to build networks of underground tunnels for high-speed transport. The concept is simple. Go 3D. Cities build up with skyscrapers, so why not build down to alleviate congestion? While still in its early stages, the Las Vegas Loop offers a glimpse into this potential future. What about the potential dangers of artificial intelligence? While many in Silicon Valley were racing to build ever smarter AI, Musk was one of the loudest voices warning about the potential existential risks. But instead of just talking about it, he co-founded Neuralink. The company's long-term vision is to create a brain-computer interface. Initially, the goal is to help people with paralysis regain control of their limbs or communicate through thought. The first human trial has already shown incredible promise. But the grander, more sci-fi vision is to eventually allow humans to merge with AI, to ensure that we can keep up with superintelligence and not be left behind. It's a concept that is as fascinating as it is controversial, pushing the boundaries of what it means to be human. And of course, we have to mention his acquisition of Twitter, now known as X. Musk's stated goal was to transform it into an everything app and a bastion of free speech. This has been by far his most turbulent and publicly scrutinized venture. From mass layoffs to sweeping policy changes, the journey has been chaotic. But it aligns with his pattern. Identify a system he believes is broken or not living up to its potential, in this case, the global public square, and attempt to rebuild it from the ground up according to his own vision. The final chapter on X is far from written, but it's another example of Musk tackling a problem of global scale. So what drives him? It's clearly not just money. It seems to be a deep-seated desire to solve big problems and secure a better future for humanity as he sees it. His methods can be unconventional, his timelines overly optimistic, and his leadership style intense and demanding. He operates on what many call Musk time, setting seemingly impossible deadlines that, while often missed, push his teams to achieve more than they thought possible. From PayPal to SpaceX, Tesla, the Boring Company, and Neuralink, the common thread is a first principles approach to problem solving. He doesn't just accept the way things have always been done. He breaks down a problem to its fundamental truths and builds a solution from there. Why are rockets so expensive? Because we throw them away. How do we fix that? We learn to land them. Why do electric cars have a bad reputation? Because they've been slow and boring. How do we fix that? We make them the fastest, most technologically advanced cars on the road. Elon Musk is a polarizing figure. To some, he's a hero, a real-life Tony Stark pushing humanity towards a brighter, more exciting future. To others, his methods are questionable and his influence too concentrated. But regardless of what you think of him personally, you cannot ignore his impact. He has fundamentally reshaped multiple industries, challenged conventional wisdom, and forced us all to think bigger about what's possible. He's a man who doesn't just predict the future. He's actively, relentlessly, and ambitiously trying to build it. And for better or worse, we're all along for the ride. What do you think? Is Elon Musk's ambition a net positive for the world? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content on the people and ideas shaping our future. Thanks for watching.